Let's have a very short conversation about Nigeria's agriculture value chain. Osakwe is a private equity investor. She's also the Chief Executive Officer at Agri Ventures here at the AFDB. Ada, thank you very much for talking to us.
It's a pleasure.
When we talk about the value chain in Nigeria, what are you bringing in? What's the new thinking from a private equity person?
Yes. No, thank you so much for having me, Bosun. You have to think about the agricultural value chain fully. So many people talk about farm to fork, but I always say start from research. Let's think about how we're researching to get higher yields for our farmers to raise the productivity that can then be passed on to those who are adding value and processing, who need higher yields to be able to bring out what they do. And then getting on to issues on packaging, manufacturing, so that you have the final, nicely packaged food products sitting on our shelves like ShopRite, Game, and all you have. So the value chain, it's integral to the developments in agriculture as you think about agribusiness, agriculture as a business. So I believe that fixing the value chains, creating those linkages is essential for viable investment opportunities in agriculture.
So what is Agri Ventures bringing in? What is going to be new on Nigeria's dinner, lunch, or dinner table?
Agri Ventures, we really focus on supporting early stage enterprises. So if people complain, I can't get capital from a bank, or I cannot get capital from a private equity fund, we are venture capital. We see young entrepreneurs who have innovative ideas for food and agriculture, and we say we will give you $10,000, $50,000 to be able to use this to get your business jump started and move things forward. So Agri Ventures, we have investments in anything from real fruits. There's a young female entrepreneur who does dried fruit snacks, and it's exciting. She's all over in the shops over there in Nigeria, ShopRite and all. And we even incubate some companies, one such as the Newly Juice company, where we use fruits and vegetables sourced from all our local farmers across the board. Over 63% of our farmers that we source from are women. We're very deliberate in our sourcing strategy, given that African women really are the ones who put food on our table. So yes, we try to get proudly Nigerian, African agricultural food products on Nigerians' tables.
Finally, for this conference, in terms of finance for African women, in terms of rethinking agri strategy for Africa at this annual meetings of the AFDB, what are the new things you've learned? What are the discussions all about?
We just came out of a session that our former finance minister, Dr. Kunjo Iweala, was talking about how the ADB is putting the affirmative financing action for women in Africa. And I think this is fantastic. A big part of that, I believe, would go to agriculture, given that over 80% of women on our lands who work our lands for food are women. So what's fantastic there is that they're not only thinking about financing and passing it through intermediaries like Diamond or Access Bank, for example, but they're thinking about how do we give the business support, the technical skills that women need? How do I put a business plan together? How do I get a mentor who would help me and tell me that it's okay, you can do it right next time? That sort of a support structure is essential. So it's not only thinking about finance products, but it's also the non-financial support and products. So that's fantastic.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for being part of the African Development Program annual meetings.
It's a pleasure.
Ada Osakwe, Chief Executive at Agri Ventures.